Hi, my name's Leanne Leewood. This week is Mental Health Awareness Week. I briefly want to talk about the both sides that I have personally myself been through. I haven't actually ever really done this video-wise, only worded it ever, and I haven't for the past 2 years. I'm past the point of what it will do. So anyway, 2012, my side, I'd gone through a relationship breakup. We were together for a few years. I was absolutely gutted. It wasn't a bad breakup. It wasn't a bad relationship in no way whatsoever. And then I had to leave my family home that we were building and built together, back into my mum's one-bedroom flat with 2 children. I massively felt like the biggest failure ever. Like, who could do this to their children? I didn't talk to anybody, didn't tell anybody how I was feeling. Went by as I did, went out as I did, but it was there. And then it hit me, and I attempted to take my own life because that was so much easier than talking to anybody. Because I had 2 children, so I just had to get on with it. It's wrong. After coming out of hospital, and then having an amazing support network that I didn't believe that I had, and then realising what I could have put my family and the true friends that were around, what I could have put them through. I then became balanced with myself. I was drawing more, I was painting more, so I was at one with myself. I'd got a new house when I'd moved. In 2013, I met my ex-partner, my best friend. A few months after being with this beautiful soul, he attempted to take his own life because he too felt like a failure toward his own children, and not seeing them. And he ran into the attic and put a rope around his neck and dropped straight in front of me. This man was like Superman, off. You could not stop him. If he wanted to do it, that he would do it, no matter what it was. He come out of hospital a few days after he'd come round. His friends stuck around for a few weeks. He was feeling as though he had the support. He had the support of me massively, regardless of anybody being around. But during that time, I know now that I suffered with post-traumatic stress, and I wasn't balanced with myself. I didn't talk about my feelings because I didn't want to worry him. So I then became anxious and quite depressed. And his friends stopped coming round as much. He stopped going round there as much, but we were okay. We were kind of bouncing and balancing, trying to balance off each other. Months went by, everything was fine. March 2014 to September 2014, I was congratulating and doing a mini victory in my head, that he hadn't succeeded in taking his own life, because from March to September, that is all I was living with. This happy-go-lucky, eccentric, adrenaline junkie had disappeared, because he went backwards and he couldn't talk because people were disappearing and not interested in talking to him, but I was. But that's not enough, just one person sometimes, especially if it's you want your family and your own friends around you. October 2014, he had taken his own life. We couldn't communicate with each other. Whether that was also what was on his mind because he couldn't quite cope with that, I don't know. But even given any situation, I would have always took a call. For 2 years, I have gone forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. But being on both ends of taking my own life and grieving over somebody that's taken their own life, I know both of these feelings, and they are not the best feelings to have. To be whole and to feel of sane mind, I have learnt to talk to whoever. I am not bothered. I talk to strangers, not in-depthly, but I very in-depthly talk to my close friends and only my close friends. And my family, they never turn me away. My friends never turn me away. Nobody will ever turn you away because nothing is unresolvable. Nothing is so bad that you can't be here anymore. If you see a Facebook status or someone standing alone in distress, don't ignore people, because it could be the fact that they are telling the truth, or they just need to vent or express. Let people express, and don't ever feel ashamed of expressing. Be at one with yourself and love yourself. Doesn't matter if you got 50 quid, 50 grand, or 50p to your name, you are still here. People need you and people want you. Always talk. Don't ever feel ashamed. I am open and honest, and I never turn anybody away because I know the distress that it can cause. This week is Mental Health Awareness Week. Every day should be Mental Health Awareness Week, because every day somebody is going through something. So you are not a burden, you are not a problem, you are loved, you are beautiful inside and out, no matter who you are. Always be whole with yourself. Thank you. Thanks for listening.